What's going on? What's going on? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Welcome back to another episode of Previously on Today. I'm your host, Prank, followed by the other host,
Reckless Elma.
In today's episode, we're going to be talking about Good Boys. We're going to be talking about Ready or Not. And we're going to be also having a little brief segment of Do You Even Lyft, Bro? Yeah. And yeah, we're going to probably talk about some music as well, if we have time and time permits.
Yeah. Maybe. Who knows?
We also want to give a quick shout out to the homie Speech on the mic.
Speech on the mic. What up, guys?
Shout outs to Marv on the ones and twos. And yeah. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
We're going right into boys?
Nah. We're gonna talk a little bit about our weekend.
Pause.
Yeah. Quick pause on that, man. We do not endorse pedophilia. Let's get this cleared out right away.
Or gay shit.
Yeah, man. We don't discriminate, but yeah, I ain't with that.
I got gay friends. I just don't do gay shit.
You just talk about it.
Yeah. I just mention it once in a while. But yeah, man, what's up, man? How? Yeah, my weekend was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I did. Was I with you? Yeah, you had like a little quick. What's it called? Vacation, right?
Yeah, I was off from work for like 5 days.
That shit was lit.
Yeah. I guess. I had a pretty busy slate. Yeah,
Busy slate.
Yeah, because I had something to do every day that I was off for the last 5 days. Actually, the last day that I was off was the only day that I didn't have anything to do, and I spent it mostly at home. I was recuperating.
Yes.
But I had a good week.
What you do?
I had a few birthdays. It was my niece's birthday, my nephew's birthday, my sister's birthday, my other nephew's baptism, and I became his godfather.
Okay.
And then it was my cousin's wedding.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was that wedding?
It was pretty good, man. It was actually pretty fun.
Anything new? Anything exciting happen? Any hookups?
Well, you know. You seen Wedding Crashers, right?
Yeah, I seen Wedding Crashers. That didn't happen with you, though. But go ahead.
Nah, I didn't have to crash the wedding.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had fun.
Crashed your house.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had a pretty good time.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I'm happy you're enjoying, your weekend, your days off. I'm happy that, because I know that you have a lot of stress on, with your, job and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And plus other stress of bills and stuff. It gets overwhelming. But I'm happy that you had fun. Yeah, I was chilling. I was in and out of your house. Yeah. Most of the whole week is in and out of the house. At certain schedules too. Like we got schedules. Like 5 and then 5 to 7 or mornings, which it would be like 8. No. I didn't wake up until like 10. So 10 to like 11.
Elmo's that nigga from the guy from the couch from Half Baked that just chills on the couch and he just appears when he wants to appear.
You know what's better one is the Marvin guy that comes up the fire escape.
The Martian?
No, what's it called?
Marvin.
Oh, you're talking about on Martin.
Martin. Yes, Martin. I said Marvin, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, Martin.
You talking about Brother Man?
Yes. He's always popping up. You never know what he does to work.
Brother Man, what you doing in my apartment again? He's just going in there and making himself a bologna sandwich right quick.
Yeah, and you never know what his job is or nothing like that.
Nah, you never know.
Yeah, that's definitely me, though.
Yeah, well, at least you come through and you bring something with you every time to make it,
all the time.
Worthwhile.
Anything.
Yeah, you always bring something, you know what I mean? You don't just come in there and freeload. Not all the time.
Not like that fly that you got there.
Yo, man. Stupid ass. I've been living with this fly.
A whole family of flies.
It's at least two of them that's been living with me.
He murdered one of them.
For like, I murked one of the homies, and the other two are just living rent free right now. Today I actually bought a fly swatter. I bought 2 of them because I'm gonna have one for myself and one for the homies. Whoever they're chilling with me, you know what I mean. Whenever they see one fly by, you gonna help me, get rid of this freeloader.
Wow.
Because I'm tired of,
And you know what gets me more upset is that you kicked me out of your house when I was there just chilling. And I actually bring stuff to the table, and then you just gonna go and kick me out.
Yeah,
But then
man,
you let
because,
these flies just stay there.
bro, because you started staying, after I left. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go to work. So you out, right? Like, yeah, I'm gonna be out, but right after this game. I'm like, yo, Fortnite, you got that shit at home. Play that shit at home. What you?
He come back from work 8 hours later. I'm still there.
I'm like, yo, what you doing? You said you was gonna be out after this last game.
And be like,
Nah, man, this shit got crazy,
yeah,
man.
they added me as friends.
Word. There's people out there thinking that you're prank.
Yes.
You're prank 24.
Yes, they think
That's the biggest prank that I'm actually doing, and I didn't even have anything really to do with it.
They think he nice.
Yeah, that's the biggest prank of it all. That's hilarious.
Oh my god. But
Yeah.
okay, man. Okay. Enough of us. All right, enough of us.
Yeah. Let's get right into the thick of things.
Okay.
And what do we have on today's slate? What's the first thing we're talking about?
We have Good Boys. Okay. We went to watch Good Boys. Reviewing and scoring. What? Oh, I'm bugging.
Yes, you are. He's making shit up in his head.
Yes. Okay. So the thing was, it was the highest grossing comedy, in a while, right? Or it's
No, it's
the highest.
It was the highest grossing comedy of 2019.
Of 2019.
Thus far. Yeah,
Thus far.
thus far. Yeah.
Okay. But there's been a lot of movies too, right? That were funny and like they could give a run for its money, but
I wouldn't necessarily say that were funny, but there have been a few comedies that came out.
you didn't think Long Shot was funny?
No, I was about to say that Longshot and Booksmart were the only 2 comedies that came out this year, aside from Good Boys, that were actually funny.
And you know what's funny? In
No.
all 3 of them, right? Seth Rogen is involved.
Is he involved in Booksmart?
No, he's not involved.
Are you sure?
No.
Oh, okay. I
I
thought
know
he was.
Jonah Hill is involved in Booksmart. Well, his sister at least, because she stars in it.
That's Olivia Wilde.
Olivia
Directed
Wilde
that one.
directed it?
Yep. That's her first
Oh, that's
direction.
right. That's right. Yeah. That's my chick, man. That's my girl. Well, that's Jason Sudeikis' girl, but
Yeah,
we
don't be
share
taking
on the
other
week-
people's
we
girl.
share we share on the weekends.
I don't think she is aware of that.
She will be.
So it basically, excuse me, the show revolved about around its 3 boys. All right, and it starts. It starts to the point that we're like, okay, so they're going back to school, I guess. So they're going to school. They're all meeting up, right? And stuff starts to happen, right?
What kind of stuff?
Well,
I'm intrigued.
Sure, we watched the same
I'm in-
movie.
I'm intrigued, right?
Word, like this doesn't sound like the movie that I saw.
Does that sound like the movie?
I want to know how this little black kid got the dildo in his hand.
No. Oh, well, yo, that's one thing that this movie did have is a lot of sex jokes,
Yo,
and I was not
Yeah.
expecting that because
I was, man.
it's 3
First of
little
all,
kids. Like, come on, now.
It's Seth Rogen.
What
And
this?
did you see Sausage Party? Did
Yeah.
You see, man, you should have known what you were getting yourself into.
I don't know.
It was in
though.
the
I-
actual
I-
commercial. It was in the trailer when they
understand.
they were sitting down. They were looking up porn.
I understand. Yes, there's gonna be scenarios where the kids or the little kids go through sexual adventures and stuff like that. But most of every scene has sex in it. Somehow. After they found those sex toys, it was a wrap. They were pulling out a sex toy in every scene.
Yeah.
A different sex toy.
Okay. All right. I can agree on that, but I also think that it wasn't necessarily just sex jokes. It was a lot of adult humor,
Yeah. Yes, it was.
but they were also making a like the underlying plot of the movie revolved around friendship and the bond between these three kids, and it showed how, you know, when we're kids, we have certain friendships that we think are going to last forever, and we have these bonds that we don't want to lose, so to say, but we also feel like we grow out of certain things that, you know, kept us actually together. And this film was showing that it's, you know, that innocence of the childhood that we have, you know, like that, you know, it's something that we all gonna go through, but at the end of the day, true friendships are forever. That's why at the end of the film, they all got together and they were all like, yeah, you know, how you were doing, you know, it's been a while. And they made it seem like they were gone for like months, but it was only a month.
Yes.
All that happened in 4 weeks.
Listen, man, in the kid's age, a month could be a long time.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's the thing though? That's when the whole plot started changing for me, right? When they went to school, and then they got invited. One of the kids got invited to the party, right? Then it started being mostly about this kissing party, and that they had to get there. Get me? They even skipped school for it. They crossed the highway. They did a whole bunch of stuff that, you know, some kids our age did go through. You know, not every kid our age went through it.
Hell no, I don't remember ever trying to cross the highway.
And you see, I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Fuck
I have
outta
crossed
here,
the
bro.
highway to go to Kids Cafe on 46 when it used to be there. Before the IHOP was there on Route 46.
I remember that spot.
Yes.
I don't know what you're
And
talking
I
about.
remember
I wasn't here at that
it was
time.
me, my boy Jeff, and my other boy Lewis, and we skipped school to go meet up with some girls at Kids Cafe, and we crossed the highway.
Holy shit.
Yes, and it was really fun. But okay, so now the movie becomes okay. We gotta get to this kissing party. I have one of them. They're basically their whole point is to go kiss the girl. One of them. The other ones, it's just one of them want to be cool and be at the party, and the other one is a follower, which is the little black kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little black kid.
He's the one character that I don't know how to feel about.
Yes, because you know what? He had nothing to do with the kissing party. He didn't even want to be there. when he saw what they started doing, they're like, "Oh no, I'm out."
Yeah, he's like, once you
VR.
leave, you can't come back. Oh no.
I'm
out.
VR.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play VR all day.
So he was basically the follower in this whole movie.
Yeah.
You
That's
get me?
something going along. Too.
He
had
was
that divorce thing.
yes, but I'm talking about within the friendship. Each one of them had their own arc too.
Yeah.
The only one that they didn't really explain a lot, and they didn't show the parents, was of Thor.
Show the mom.
They showed Thor's mom.
Yeah, they had to.
They had her briefly, yeah, but you're right though. Like
They had no involvement.
they were the unseen characters because you got to think about it this way. They showed the mom briefly as like this, you know, regular mom. Like, you know, I'm a regular mom. I have nothing, you know, different about me. I probably bake cookies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Attend PTA meetings, but then he always said, "Oh yeah, my mom and dad have this CPR doll, or whatever." And it turns out it was a sex doll. You know, he's like, "Oh yeah, you know, I found some weapons in the house or whatever." It turns out it was a
that's
bunch of
true.
sex toys. So like they weren't supposed to be shown because they were the freaks of the movie and the whole concept of this movie, which I really enjoyed. Like, and I knew going in that it was going to be centered around these kids. That they
Yes.
were the main characters.
Yes.
But I didn't realize how much of the film revolved around kids, like just like sixth graders.
Yes.
And it's funny as hell, yo.
Yes.
I have a niece going into sixth grade right now.
My nephew,
you
too.
have a nephew going into
He watched
sixth
that
grade.
film though. He watched it with the fam.
And it's crazy how like they're talking right now in this day and age and things that are happening in this time. Yo, it's crazy. I was going back to school shopping with my nieces and nephews today. It's actually a brief segue, but it actually ties into this. You know how crazy it is right now for back to school lists? Like the kids have to go and basically supply the classroom. They don't even have to, like, when we had our back to school list, it was like you had to get pens, pencils, notebooks, maybe glue sticks, and, you know, rulers, stuff like scissors, stuff that, you know, you needed for yourself.
Basic shit.
Basic shit. Now they asking for tissues, paper towels, wet wipes, magic erasers. I mean magic markers. The dry erasers. The dry erase markers. The erasers for the board. Like the actual, like a pack of the 4 dry erase markers for the whiteboards with the erasers.
Do they get their own whiteboards, or they have to buy that too?
They're just asking for the supplies basically to stockpile the classrooms.
Is this legal?
Bro, and this is the crazy part. This is what got me fucked up. I was like, so what if you can't do it, right? They said that they are supposed to bring all these supplies on the first day of school. If not, they're supposed to bring it on the second day, whatever. They keep telling them that they got to bring it. If they don't bring it or whatever by like the first week or whatever, or on the first day, they lose 10 points. You know how everybody starts with 100? You automatically go from an A to a B in a classroom for not having every supply that they're asking for. Now, certain grades and certain classes and certain schools, I guess, they are not specifically like asking for brands and shit. Because I have some of my nieces and nephews don't have to worry about the brand type. One nephew, I guess, his class, his particular list says it on the bottom. Everything has to be like, make sure that they're name brand stuff. Like if you're gonna get the glue,
name the brand though on it. Like
if you're gonna get the glue, it has to be Elmer's glue. It's not no dollar store glue. If you're gonna get crayons, Crayola. You're gonna get pencils, they gotta be the Ticonderoga or Papermate. Like they don't want you to go to the dollar store and spend stuff like that. They need the high rollers. And I'm like thinking, how is this even possible?
They never asked me for that shit back in the day.
That's why I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like it's a whole different type of era now. And then watching this movie makes me wonder, like, damn, like even seeing how they talk, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense because of the exposure that they were, you know, when the kids that, you know, are going to 6th grade right now, when they were growing up, they had access to phones. So they were basically already wired to talk this way.
Yeah, they have phones already as emergencies. I didn't get my phone until 8th grade, going into high school.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we basically had the same thing. We had the same kind of freedom, you know, through video games and watching, you know, TV and stuff. But we didn't have exposure to social media. We didn't have the exposure to, like, you know, we have to have this image that doesn't necessarily end at the playground. It has to extend further than that. Like, I have to be known as the dude that took the 3 sips, you know what I'm saying, from school to school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm the 6th grader that took 3 sips of beer. I know how to play the game. All right? But anyway, yo, this hilarious. This movie was hilarious.
I mean, I like I said, I was a little lost in the beginning, right? Until they took me with the whole concept of the kissing party and how they had to get there and stuff like that. The 2 girls that were there, right?
The one chick is from Booksmart.
Triple A.
What was her name?
Triple A. That's what they call her in Booksmart. And this one they call her Hannah.
Oh yeah, AAA, because she always picked somebody up and jerked them off and shit. Yeah,
What?
yeah, in the
Picked
movie
him.
Booksmart, yeah.
Pick them up, suck your dick.
And then the other chick in the movie, the Asian chick, that ended up being the sister of one of the kids.
Lily.
Yeah, she was my favorite, yo. She was hilarious. She was hot.
They had a lot of good moments, but yo, that fraternity scene is my favorite part of the movie. When the kids go to the fraternity to get the drugs.
Oh, bro.
Yes. Yes.
Yo, dickless. The dude
Yo.
comes up. Yeah, yo, that freaking scene was hilarious.
It was everything that happened in that house was funny from beginning to
When
end.
he was like, "How about you suck my dick?"
and then you suck my dick. He's like, what about me? He's like, what am I just gonna watch? Yeah, that was too funny. But you know what? That black kid kind of annoyed me because he was like the rat.
He was a snitch. He was the ops.
He was the
He was the ops out here, yo.
He
was definitely
straight
the
up
ops.
when they were in that store, and he was like, "Oh, we skipped school." I was like, "Okay." I'm like, "Damn."
That low key was one of my favorite scenes with the cop.
Yes.
He was like, "We have drugs." Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding?
It's baby aspirin, or it's like multivitamins.
and then when the kid comes out with the bottle in his pants, and then he's like grabbing it like it's his meat. Yo, that was so funny. I
It's
couldn't
my
stop
penis.
laughing. Yeah, it's my penis. He's like, "Come on, man, give it to me."
Yeah, they were
Let's go.
messing with that cop too much.
I also have a big dick.
Yeah, he's like, I also have a
That
big
cop
dick.
was so mad he ended up calling his girl in the middle and just be like, "Yo,
I don't want
I don't want kids, bro. So many dick jokes in that freaking movie too.
Yes.
Like unexpected dick jokes. Like I haven't heard these type of dick jokes. When they started
What?
referencing, like, yeah,
How
when,
many dick jokes have you heard?
dog, when they were like when they were talking about it, like they were using this dude's dick, like Max's dick, as like he was like, yeah, you know, Max is thinking with his dick and shit like that. He was like, but Max's dick usually puts us in the right direction.
Oh yeah, we were at the end. He's like, "Come on, Max, bring your big ass dick."
Oh yeah, he's like, hey Max, bring that dick.
Bring that dick. That was pretty funny. So but it's definitely not a kids movie. It's a little funny that's kids doing this, but it's not a kids movie.
There's definitely no type of games that they're playing in this movie. There's no like charades. There's no Connect Four. There's no Guitar Hero. There's no tag.
There's none of that.
There's definitely no hide and seek.
There's biking.
There's definitely no hide and seek. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, there's definitely no hide and seek. And that's actually what we're going up to next. Ready or not.
Yeah.
We just saw this
Ready
movie.
or not, here I come. You can't hide. I'm gonna find.
I don't even know the rest of that song.
And they is only.
So this is a bride's wedding night that takes sinister turn when her eccentric new in-laws force her to take a part in a terrifying game. So the game
Yeah.
is basically you all sit around. It's at 12. It has to be at 12 o'clock after a new member comes into the family, right? And what was the name of the family in here? Do you remember?
They were the Ladamus.
The Damas, right?
Ladamus or Ladumas. Something like that.
Some weird David Blaine shit. And it was basically like they played this game at 12 o'clock after the wedding. The wedding had to be in the house. And they went, all sat around, said this chanting type of prayer. All right? Because were they talking English or they were talking a different language?
Well, we didn't know about this in the beginning. I don't know. Like, you're talking about, like, the end of the movie?
No. In the beginning. When they all got together in the game room.
Yeah.
After the wedding, right? Because nothing really crazy went down on the wedding. And
What you talking about? Nothing really crazy went down.
they
at the
just
wedding.
showed weird people, but nothing
The
really
ant-
crazy.
The ant was giving the death stares.
I mean, that ant was annoying.
You heard the pops talking some crazy shit already. Like
I didn't
making-
hear that.
They were saying not crazy shit, but they were saying creepy shit. They were already like the pops was asking the son when he was taking pictures, like, so, Alex, will you be ready to do whatever it takes if she draws that card?
I see.
Because they kind of were assuming that she was going to draw that card, and then that's where like we learned
What the card was.
Yeah, exactly. We started to see like, okay, what is this gonna actually entail?
Yes.
What kind of card is he talking about?
Yes.
And then they have the wedding, and then after the wedding, they talk about the game, and it's messed up, man. She was trying to get some on her wedding night, and the aunt that kept death staring her
Yes.
was just
Just popped
chilling.
out.
Yo, she was just chilling there. The door was open, right? And
It was a secret passive door that they had all around the house.
yeah, and I knew that was gonna play a role because he said it right after he closed it. He was like, "Yeah, they run through all the house."
Yes.
So I'm like, "All right, so that's gonna be
That's
useful."
yeah, her
That's-
in and outs and stuff like that. Tell me not though, but the family didn't look like the Adams family, bro.
Not really.
Bro,
No.
the wife,
I heard you say it yesterday too. I'm like,
Nah.
the wife is skinny and long
she
and
wasn't.
black.
Nah, she wasn't Morticia. She wasn't
You,
Morticia.
you
and
be
the
lying.
father definitely was no Gomez.
Yeah, he was not. The father didn't look. The father looked like
The
a just rich
funniest
white
member
guy.
of that family, actually, you know what? The funniest members of that family were the daughter, and the brother.
The
Adam
cokehead,
Brody. Adam Brody was hilarious, and the cokehead sister.
the junkie.
Oh
his
my
husband,
god.
her husband too was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, he
that
was
was the,
alright.
the
He was
chunky
pretty
dude,
funny.
right?
Yeah.
That was the chunky dude.
Yeah, he was funny.
I mean, he was alright.
Yeah, but the whole concept of this movie actually was a pretty dope concept. With the whole game being this supernatural box that apparently depending who was going to draw the card from this box, the person that was going to draw the card was going to draw a certain game. Like the box would decide what game they were going to play based off the person that was going to draw the card.
But the person that was gonna draw the card had to be
A new member of the family.
new member of the family. So it could
Yeah.
have been the bride or it could have been the husband.
Yeah.
Depending on if it's a girl or a guy that's coming from the family.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is they never explained it, but they had to play it. If they didn't play it, something bad was gonna happen.
Yes.
But they didn't want to reveal it yet.
yes.
And then the crazy shit is she draws the one card that apparently was the craziest card to play. Because every other game, and I didn't think that was going to be the case. I thought it was going to be whatever card you played, no matter what it was going to be a different variation of that game, but it was going to involve some kind of mayhem.
But it wasn't like that.
It wasn't. So when the
Because
other
they said it.
yeah, because then the chick was like, I got chess. And I'm thinking so she had to play a game that involved chess, but it was like a murderous game. No, it was like a real actual game of chess. And then
Yeah.
Guy said some other.
he
games
played
I've never heard of.
Old Maid. I don't know what that is. It's like a card game. I think it's like a card game. And the fact that she got hide and seek, it was like, wow, that being the game that's chosen, it's definitely the best type of game to have that type of murder setup, because it's the most suspenseful
Yeah.
game.
A house big enough to do it. It's like it was perfect setting.
Perfect music, perfect soundtrack that they chose too. It was creepy as hell. That Ready or Not song,
Yes. It was.
that hide and seek song.
And it played by itself,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's what the music kept playing by itself.
Originally no. In the beginning, they played it.
themselves.
They played it?
And
Because
then
I didn't see a
eventually-
hand.
And eventually it played by itself.
Yeah, eventually it played by itself.
At the end.
Yeah.
I definitely noticed that it played by itself.
Yeah, and then the whole concept of the game starts to go on the way, and then people just start to get in the way and get murked, and
The nannies.
the
All
nannies-
three of them.
Yeah, all nannies they were gone first.
Yeah,
They were the one going first. And what's funny is that it wasn't the one hiding killing all these people. It was their own people killing all these people.
No, well, she assisted on one of them, the third one. She blew up her spot, and then
You know what it
forced
reminded me of? You guys remember that movie, Dale and Tucker versus Evil? Some shit like that. The movie that had what's his name? The guy from A Knight's Tale, Firefly. Yeah, what's his name? Marv?
Oh, Nathan Fillion?
No, not Nathan Fillion. He's got the red hair. He was also in what
Alan
the
Tudyk?
There we go. Tudyk, Alan Tudyk. He was in that movie.
Ghost Tucker.
What speech is that?
Huh?
What speech?
Alan Tudyk.
Alan Tudyk. Tudyk.
Too thick.
Too thick.
Too thick.
I think it's Tudyk.
He was in Firefly.
Yeah, he was in Firefly.
Yeah,
It was John and It was something Dale and Tucker versus Evil. That movie. In that movie, they're supposed to be these supposed hillbilly murderers, right? But they're actually just two brothers that they went up to the woods to have this hunting trip that they always have or whatever. And a bunch of college kids are having a vacation near them, and they see them and they think that they're these crazy killers or whatever. And then they start like running from them and thinking that they're going to like get murdered by them. But then they start getting murdered themselves by crazy coincidence, like some Final Destination shit. Like they put themselves in some crazy shit. One college kid throws himself inside of a wood chipper because he tries to jump one of them and misses, and then he lands in the wood chipper.
That's hilarious.
And then one of the like Alan Tudyk is trying to take him out or whatever. You guys ever seen that movie?
No.
Damn.
You made me want.
Yeah, it was on Netflix for a while. I don't know if it's still on there, but that in that movie, all that shit happens, and it reminded me of Ready or Not in the beginning when the nannies, the coincidences, like everything that's happening except for the person that they're trying to aim for. It's like, oh wow, it's like the person that they're supposed to aim for, they're missing.
Mad.
It reminded me of that movie.
So mad every time.
It definitely played a different way than I thought it was going to at the end. Like I did not think it was gonna have that twist. I did not think it was gonna be that satanic. I didn't think it was gonna have that, that crazy ending.
Yeah, that ending was insane, bro.
That shit was dope though. That chick, not for nothing, she took a lot. She punched the kid in the face.
Yo,
black eye.
Hey, you know what's crazy, bro? Is that I didn't think it was gonna be that like I didn't think they were gonna show Satan,
Bro.
I didn't think none of that.
I
I
made
knew
a cameo.
I just
I knew it was gonna be something related to like some, witchcraft or like
Had to be.
you see. I thought it was just elite, rich people, just trying to do some bullshit. Just I guess because you know what it was when they caught me with that is when the lady goes, "Oh, we made our fortune off games, so it's like a tradition for us to play the game." So it was just like, for me, it was just like, okay, it's just the elite making a game for, I guess, their brand new addition to their family. And if she survives, then she gets to stay in the family.
Yeah.
Type shit. You get me? Like, that's what I just thought it was. Wrong.
Wrong.
Wrong. Wrong. So when the ending came about and everybody was basically dying, right? Like,
yeah.
Bro, the way the mom went, I was just like, oh, I was not expecting that. And the craziest shit is, it was when a husband, right, or the son of the mom that had just died by the bride's hands, he pulls up and he's like, my brother and my mom dead.
Yo, word.
I thought he was gonna go ballistic and just kill her right then and then, but he played it cool and then he grabbed her and tried to sacrifice her. Wrong again. Wrong. You should have went with her. You probably he would have still died.
Yeah,
She
he would've
had
still
to
died.
die.
Yeah.
She had to die.
She
for
had
all
to
of them,
die, yeah.
for all of them to live.
That was crazy though, because I was not expecting him after this entire movie, like trying to help her escape and making it seem like he really loved this chick, to like really be there for the family. It wasn't until he had that conversation with his mom,
Yes.
and then when he walked in and saw that she had murdered his mom, that I was like, oh no, it's done. It's over for this bitch.
And he also heard the aunt talking to the dad.
Yeah.
That he should have been the heir. He should have not been pushed away how he was.
Mm-hmm.
You get me? And it just
triggered it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it triggered him.
I saw it when they left that he was up through the whole conversation.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
He's gone bad.
Yeah. They were definitely like planting the seeds and making you aware that they were gonna have something up their sleeves. And it's crazy. Did you also have the feeling that you're watching this movie and it was starring Margaret Robbie and Tom Hardy? So I was watching this movie and I'm like, yo, these two actors, like, it seems like they could have easily put Margaret Robbie and Tom Hardy in these two roles and it looked exactly the same.
Just younger, just a bit
Just younger, yeah.
Who's Margaret Robbie?
The chick from Wolf of Wall Street. The blonde.
She was in Once Upon a Time.
Wait. Isn't that the same chick?
Harley Quinn, yeah.
Isn't that the same chick?
No.
No.
Yo, they look alike.
That's what I'm saying. And then the boy, the dude, right? Her husband,
Yes.
looks like a younger,
Swing his face.
vampiric
Yo, she
version of
look
Tom
good,
Hardy.
Dad. This girl looks good.
Samara Weaving, yeah, I looked it up. She's Hugo Weaving's niece.
Who's Hugo Weaving?
Red Skull.
He's the guy from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, he's one of the elves. You watched that movie, you would know. He was also in the Hobbit films.
Same guy.
He was the elf guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. They're like the
Eldor.
king elf. Yeah, the king elf.
Eldor.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's his real name.
Nah, it's not, but I know it's the king elf. I know who you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's hot, man.
Yo, she's hot. I thought it was the girl from
Not
Wolf of-
only was she hot, but the way she played her character was hot. Like, I like the raunchiness behind this chick.
Dirty bitch. I like it.
Yeah, she was like, I don't know, the way she was talking was dirty. Like her quips. Whenever, the funniest part of that film was when she thought she was gonna get saved when she finally made it through that gate. And that car, like the Porsche stopped.
He's like,
and then
"Move, bitch."
Get out the road. And she was like, fuck you, you dickless, dick
Yeah,
licking,
you little dick.
bu-
No, he's like, you little dick.
licking.
Yeah, some shit. That was
Yo.
pretty funny. That was pretty funny. Nah, but that movie surprised me. You know what it was? It was like I was going with my mindset. I'm like, yo, they canceled the hunt, and then they're gonna let this shit play out.
I'm glad you brought that up because it's crazy that they did that. And we had that talk about it. I think it was right after we saw the film.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about, you were asking me, you didn't get why they would cancel the hunt and why they would keep this film
Yeah.
like going. And then after watching the film, I had a better understanding as
Yeah,
to
me too.
why I think that was the case. I still think it's because in this movie, in Ready or Not, the main focus is one particular person being hunted, and the group of people that are hunting this person, even though they're rich, it's like a family of rich people rather than like a coalition of rich people.
It's even simpler than that, bro. It's just this film had no politics, and the other film does.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the fact that we still have, like, they were using they weren't using the politics as the angle as to why they canceled it. They were using the fact that it was violence that they portrayed.
That's why I got to Trump. Politics. They're showing the 1% and their government controlling and being able to capture so many people. You can't do that if you're just like a run of schmuck team of people. Like, oh, let's just capture like 5-6 people randomly.
No, I know. I'm saying that's the true reason why it was canceled, but that's not how they were trying to promote it as the reason.
No.
Trump was trying to promote the reason that they were going to cancel the movie, or the reason that it should be pulled, was because of the violence that it was promoting.
Yeah.
And what I was trying to say is that the same violence is being promoted in the movie Ready or Not. Because when you think about it, it's the same level of
You're still
mayhem.
hunting
You're still hunting
a person
a
that's
human being.
It's not able to do anything because you have more power than them. You have the weapons. You have this. You have that.
You have an unfair advantage.
The only thing is like they made it a twist with the satanic stuff.
Yes, but I believe that was like the even more like realer than real shit that could be involved with the politics. You know, that's not in the hunt. You know what I mean? Like the Satanism. If the Satanism was involved in the hunt, then that's like almost a little too on the nose, in my opinion.
Which studio made the hunt?
Universal.
It's the same one, actually.
Universal?
Is it Universal? No, it's Lionsgate, I believe. Isn't no Blumhouse.
No, Blumhouse with Universal did the hunt.
Right.
Yeah.
We're talking about Ready or Not, right?
Ready or Not. I don't know who did that.
Because I'm saying that the only real reason that they cancel that shit is because of, like you said, the politics. The people that are being hunted in the hunt are the
Blumhouse is owned
Yeah, Blumhouse, Blumhouse and Universal. But that's not that's
so.
ready or not. Hold on, I'll check it right now.
I'm saying that the whole reason that it wasn't canceled is because there's one person being hunted, and they're trying to go against the group of people. And in the hunt, it was a group of people that were being hunted, and
Ready or
then they went
Not.
against.
Ready or Not was distributed by Walt Disney Studios and
this
Motion
was
Pictures.
Probably Fox.
Yeah, I saw that earlier, and I was
Probably
like,
Fox
wait,
did.
what? I thought that was weird.
Yeah. Okay, I see. Okay,
Oh,
so
it's Fox Searchlight, which is something they just required.
Yeah, they just require that.
It makes sense for Fox to make a movie like this.
And it was crazy that, like he said, when I saw the Walt Disney thing, I'm like, Walt Disney? This is technically a Walt Disney production, but it's not like a Disney Studios production, I guess.
They make quality films. Fox Searchlight usually make like grittier films or Oscar-worthy films.
Well, this is definitely not Oscar worthy, but it's hilarious.
It's not Disney though.
And it's definitely a good thriller. It's a good movie to watch for like the end of the summer, just to wrap things up. And it's hilarious how this movie ended. Like the way, the payoff at the end when they thought that they were bullshitting the entire time, and then out of nowhere, one by one, they spontaneously combust. It's just hilarious. And then she ends up just
Laughing.
she just laughs it off, walks out, and doesn't even call a cab or none. She just waits for the freaking cops to come.
smokes a cigarette in the front of the house.
She just chills, you know what I'm saying, and fucking laughs it off, fucking in-laws, She doesn't even call a Lyft. She should have been calling a Lyft, bro.
Yeah, she should have been calling a Lyft.
Yeah, man.
She should have called me.
If she would have called you, she probably would have had. We would have had a story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But speaking of which, I know we got some stories from your Lyft.
Yeah, bro.
Your Lyft
actually,
adventures, huh?
I got 2 stories for you guys, and these stories are pretty funny. All right. The first one is pretty short, and the thing that happened to me, right? So I usually go Lyft. It'd be like after 11:30, 12 o'clock. You feel me? After I'm done chilling, I go get some money, maybe for a couple hours, 3-4 hours. Go back home like 4 a.m. I'm chilling. So this one day, it's maybe like 1:30, and I'm trying to go towards Hoboken, right?
Yeah.
Maybe New York and stuff like that. And I get a Lyft by No, this wasn't East Rutherford. It was by Rutherford on Route 3. That's not East Rutherford. That's Rutherford. So I go into this motel, and I pick up a guy. He's going to Fairfield. Yes, he's going to Fairfield down 46. So we're in the car, and then he gets in the car. He puts his bag down, and he goes, "Hey, bro, listen, can I smoke in your car?" I usually let my passengers smoke. I was like, "Put the window down. You get me. Once you get out, I'll clean with some wipes that I have, and then I spray.
Right.
So the smell will go away."
Yeah.
He pulls out a full-out blunt.
Yo, what?
Yo, he pulls out a full-out blunt and then lights it. And then I'm like, wait, what is that? And then I look back, and it's him just chilling like, "You want to hit this, bro?" And then I'm like, "Yo, you smoking a blunt?" And then he's like, "Yeah, I'm smoking a blunt." He's like, "You said I could smoke." I'm like, "I thought a cigarette, like, people usually pull out
like
cigarette,
a normal passenger.
a Black and Mild, something like that." So he goes, "Yo, my bad. Is it a problem? Is it a problem?" I'm like, "You already lit it. Like, whatever. You good. Like, it doesn't matter." So then I'm driving. He goes, "Yo, you want to hit this? Don't worry. You good. Like, I'm give you a tip and everything." And then I'm like, "All right." So I grab the blunt and I start hitting it. So then he starts talking to me like, "Oh, what do you do? Is this your full-out job? Your full-time job?" And I'm like, "No, this is not. I work in entertainment. I also work for a company that's an entertainment company, and I do events, shows. I'm also an artist. I do music. I have my own show." So I start explaining them to them. I give them a couple of business cards.
Give him a
mine.
rundown, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. So he goes, "Oh, bro," he's like, "I've been looking for somebody, cause you know, I'm getting into the business of doing the weed oils. You get me, like the cartridges and all the stuff, the pens that people be doing, like the oil that people be rubbing, whatever." So then I'm like, "Oh, word." He's like, "I've been looking for a vendor. You get me, like I want." When I do my events, I want a vendor there. I want somebody like, you know, I had somebody from Cali, but it was too much for him to come back and do the show and then leave again. And what happened if he doesn't make the money? You get me? I need somebody. Even though it's not full out legal in here, you know, they're getting into the works, whatever. So he's like, "Oh, yeah, yeah." He's like, "I could help you out with that. You know, I have pens." He goes, "Try these." So he pulls out 2 pens out of his bag, right? And I'm like, "Yo, how much shit you got in that bag?" Like, damn,
Yo, this guy
you got a blunt,
he
pens.
walked into your car with a full charge and a half.
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna have cop a charge and a half in your whip.
I was gonna be like the good boys. He's like, "Here we have drugs with the 10th of distribution."
Wait, who's Molly? Because she's not with us.
She's not with us right now.
Yo, word.
So then I'm like, "All right," you know, so I pull out of the first pen, and then he's telling me, he's like, "One of them is sativa, the other one is indica." He's like, "So, you know, be careful with the indica if you're gonna keep working." You know,
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yo, after this, I'm not working nothing."
Fuck that. Yeah, I'm good
So,
after this.
Yeah. So then we're getting on 46, right? We're already past Route 3 and all that stuff. We're on 46. I'm about toasted. Like, I feel like my whole body going numb. And the indica is hitting, you know, like the indica make you like that droopy. So then he goes, "Yo, can you stop at the 7-Eleven?" Right? There's a 7-Eleven right before getting to his house. So then I stop. Then he goes in and he goes, "You want anything?" He's like, "Don't worry, everything's on me." I'm like, "Nah, I'm good." You know, like I'm just trying to get you home and get home myself. Like, bro, I have only done 2 rides at that time. I was gonna keep going until maybe like 4 a.m. It was 1:30, and I went home because he
And how long was the ride?
had me high. 30 minutes, 20 something minutes.
So from the 20 minutes of the ride,
Yeah,
how much of that was the scythe?
bro, we were smoking the whole way there.
So it's like
He-
immediately when he got in.
Yes, bro. He gave me
Yo,
before
that's-
he got off the car, right?
Yeah.
We finished the blunt and we were hitting the pens.
Yeah.
He gave me the pen like right here, yo. Take 2 hits out of each one. He's like, "Before you leave."
Wait, so you dropped him off, and he's like, hold on, bruh. Put that app on pause real quick. Let me know.
I had the app off already.
Oh, you had it off?
Yeah, because you could turn
that
it off
app-
before.
Turn that app off real quick, bruh. I need you to get some samples before I go home. Before I go in.
Bro. And so then
That's crazy.
I took the hit and then I was just like, I let him go inside, right? And then I just stood there outside like this, like, damn, I'm high as hell.
Yo, what?
And my car smells crazy, so I'm definitely not gonna go do no more Ubers right now. Even if I clean it, it was still gonna smell. I smoked a
Takes a
blunt,
while.
Yeah.
and I was smoking the 2 pens. It's a wrap.
You need like 2 bottles of the blunt effects.
Yes. So then I let it be. I went home. I chilled for a little bit, and then I knocked out, bro. And then the funny thing is, he gave me his contact. He's like, "Yo, bro," he's like, "You want any pens or something like that? You get me for your little events and all that stuff. I'll give them to you. You sell them, and you know, you do what you gotta do and stuff like that." He's like, "Just, you know, relax, be safe." He was like hippie-ish.
Oh.
Like,
Wait, was he a white dude?
yes, he was white.
Where'd you meet him? What town?
I picked him up from Rutherford on a motel.
Yeah,
Dog walk where?
speech might have had the same route.
And I dropped him off in Fairfield.
Fairfield?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah, Speech gonna be like putting his app
But yeah,
on around that
Frank is
area.
gonna go to Rutherford.
He's
and
like,
just
yo,
put it on
hold on,
like,
I gotta pick this dude up, man. I gotta get the same type of scythe going on.
But it was pretty cool. You know, the whole experience was pretty cool. And he was, bro, he gave me like a $8 tip or something like that.
Oh, that's
I know it was more than
lit.
$5. And it was
Cash or like on the app?
Nah, on the app.
That's dope.
Yeah, he gives me on the app.
That's dope.
We get 100% of our tips. Apparently, right? We
Mm.
never really know, but
That's what they say.
yeah, that's what they say.
And we gotta go.
Because we don't know how much we're getting paid
Word,
until
because
we
they
drop
could
them
be
off.
like, yo, I'm gonna give him a $10 tip, and Lyft would be like, all right, you got an $8 tip. Keep $2. He don't need to
Or
know.
they could give us less for the ride.
They have calculations. I look back after like doing a ride or like after I finish a shift and look back and they really break down the math and like yo this mile was 1.2, 0.3, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7 cents per like quarter mile or some shit like that. They really
Damn.
do the math.
Oh,
They
I
really-
haven't. Where do you go on the app?
Yeah, but like when you go on the app after you finish, you click on the last the rides you did for that day.
Yes.
And once you click on each individual ride, that's when they break down the math.
Damn, they got the analytics on litness right now with that
That's a
shit.
fact. Yeah. I gotta start
do their math.
following that and all that stuff. So yeah, man. So that was the first ride, right? That was the first ride, and it was
That's a-
pretty cool.
that's a dope
I still
ride.
talk to the dude. You feel me? I'm still trying to get in contact with him, and we chilling with. I think we're gonna go chill like next week or something like that. He was just telling me like, "Yo, let's chill, dude. Like, let's go."
He got the plug for
He got a new plug.
pens,
Yeah, I
man.
got a
About
new
to get me
plug.
a pen off that nigga.
And then okay, so then this next story, right? This next story is a little bit more raunchy.
Oh man.
You feel me? Like this, yo, and it's funny, right?
Oh.
It's funny because this is like once in a 1,000 maybe that could happen
It'll never happen to me.
because you never do it.
I don't lift.
Yeah, exactly. If you did more stuff that was out in the public, trust me, stuff like what I'm about to say would happen more often to you.
Well,
If it happens to this ugly nigga,
listen, we're not talking about me. Let's not put the focus on me. Let's put the focus on this story that you got cooking up for us. Before
okay.
you forget what happened.
Oh
Tell
no,
us what happened,
I'm
son.
definitely not forgetting that one. I could have forgot the other one, not that one. Okay, so it's maybe 3 in the morning. I'm gonna say 3 in the morning. A little earlier, maybe like 2:45.
Yeah,
2:50.
devil's hour.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I had just dropped off my last passenger, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go home. I forgot to turn off my Lyft app. So then I'm driving, and it didn't make a noise for a while. Like I was in maybe Verona, Cedar Grove. I'm lying. I was in Montclair. Driving, and I passed Cedar Grove, right? And went into 46. So then I'm going into 46, and then my app goes bling. A ride comes out, and I'm like, fuck. You could deny it, right? But when you deny it, I believe more than 2 in a week or more than 3, they'll send you a warning or something like that. Have you ever gotten those speech? Like the warnings when you decline? Do you decline?
I've declined here and there. I actually had to decline the other day just because of the flooding. But yeah, it says it messes up your acceptance.
Yes.
But if you don't do it, it really doesn't do any shit.
Okay. Well, I didn't know. I got somebody that I got in my car told me that if I decline a lot, they'll give you warnings and then they'll give you less
Yeah,
rides.
that's if you do it constantly. That's
Yeah.
like a repeat, person doing it because it drops your score down little by little.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's like I think it's like under 80%. That's when you start getting warnings.
Okay.
For score. So I don't know what that is.
I see.
Yeah.
So then I accepted it. I'm like, yo, what is gonna be one more ride, and how far can they go? Like half hour from here? Whatever. Let's
Yeah.
do it. So then I went, and the pickup was in some bar. Right? Picked it up. Some chick come out, and she was like tearing, whatever. She's tearing, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, she gets in the car, whatever, and she's apologizing for crying in my car, right? So then I'm like, bro, I don't care. Like, you get me? Like, go ahead. You good. There's been worse things that people have done in my car. Like,
Right.
literally, like, spilled shit, threw up, whatever, blah, blah. So then I'm like, you good. Whatever. I'll put some music on, even though my radio, you know how my radio be like, psh.
Yeah. You
So
ready
what-
to be wildin'. It
Yeah,
plays when it
and I'll
wants
be
to
like,
play.
all of a sudden.
Exactly like that. It's like it's like a gunshot.
Yo, like
It be
literally,
scaring people,
it be
yo.
scaring me, yo. It just be like, pah!
It's like
And I'd
the
be like,
car
oh,
backfire.
what's going on? I just turned it off. But so then yeah, whatever. We just I'm driving. I believe she was going to like West Orange, East Orange, some bullshit, some 280 exit, whatever. I'm driving. She's apologizing for everything. Like, I'm sorry, I'm crying. And she's telling me what's going on in her life, why she's crying. And she's also telling me that she got a kid. Blah, blah, blah. So we talking, we chilling. But everything is cool. Nothing is crazy is happening. We get to her house, right? And before she gets out, she apologizes again, blah, blah. And then she goes, hey, listen, I'm sorry. I got to go through the driveway, whatever. It's kind of dark, blah, blah. And you look, and I'm like, all right, whatever. So I pulled up, and then I'm looking, waiting for her to go into the house. And then first I hear, doo-doo-doo. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I look, and then I see her, like, kind of on the ground looking up like this. And I'm like, so then she told me her name. So I said her name, right? And then she looked up, and then she goes, yeah, I'm good. It's like, I was just, I fell. Whatever she tripped on, I didn't even know. It was dark as hell. She runs back to my car. She runs back to my car. And then she's like, hey, listen. She goes, you have Instagram? And then I'm like, yeah. Now, guys, my number one policy when I'm doing Lyft is don't flirt. Okay? Don't flirt.
Don't flirt. That's
Yes.
your number one policy.
That's my number one
That's
policy.
your number one policy.
Yes, that's my number one policy. Because if I flirt with them, they could step back. They could call back the company and tell them that I was doing that, and then boom, I'm out of like Lyft money. You get me? So I let them do what they wanna do. You get me? Like, plus we're in 2019. If a girl wants something, she gonna go get it. Period. So that. Whatever, I'm like, yeah, whatever, take my Instagram, what could be wrong, blah, blah, blah. So then she's like, I actually took her phone and I put my Instagram in there. I followed myself. And then she did the same thing with my phone. And then we exchanged phones again. So then she goes like, listen, matter of fact, she's like, can I just get your number? So I'm like, all right. Again, I'm like, I ain't think nothing of it. Whatever, maybe, she want to talk later, whatever.
Yeah.
She believed that was cool, whatever. And then she's like, hey, listen, like, we should chill. She's like, I'm going to get my car soon, so, maybe I'll pick you up. I know you're tired of picking people up. I'm like, whatever. She turns around, right? About to go home. She was wearing a sundress, right? Like, cute as fuck. Like, it was like this yellow and white sundress. Like, she looked like a sunflower, like a big-ass sunflower. Pulls that shit up and starts twerking in front of my car. I'm like, oh, shit got lit.
Bands make her dance.
I'm like, oh, yo, and mind you,
That's the tip. That's the tip.
Yes, that wasn't the tip.
Nah.
I gave it the tip.
You gave me the tip. You gave me more than the tip.
So then I'm looking at her and I'm like, she's like twerking and shit. And like, I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, what the fuck? What's going on? Hold up. So then I parked the car. Get out. And then I'm like, yo, so what's up? Like, what's good? Like, what's going on? And then she's like, I didn't think you was gonna get out. Like, I was just twerking. I'm like, listen, you can't be doing that shit like that, blah, blah. So she's like, nah, hold up, nah, don't leave. She goes, do you still gotta work? I'm like, yo, I've been logged off that shit.
As soon as I saw the dress lift up.
Bro, I was already logging off because I was making sure that was my last ride.
Okay.
You get me? And there was something I didn't tell you is like when we were talking and exchanging Instagrams, a ride came out. Right? So then that's when I was like, nah, I declined the ride. Like, I was like, nah, fuck this. This shit ain't gonna go down like this. I'm gonna have to decline this one. Declined the ride and then logged off of the Lyft app. And then, so then I got out and then she's like twerking and then I'm like, yo, so what's up? And then she just invited me inside, dog. And then everything else is history. I went home a couple hours later. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a hell of an experience, to tell you the truth.
Damn, man. But you took advantage of the chick because she was vulnerable. She was crying.
Not, bro. I was vulnerable.
She was upset. She was upset because,
sad. She probably was drunk.
Her pet died. She just lost her dog.
Her pet didn't die. It was something more dramatic.
She was upset because Sony pulled out and Spider-Man deal went south. She was sad as hell that she ain't gonna see Spidey as the face of Avengers, yo.
Upset,
yo,
she
but
was
not.
upset.
She clearly like likes me because she still talks to me like here and there. You get me? It's not that it was just a drunk day, and then she was just like the next day woke up, looked at my picture, and was like, "What the fuck did I do last night?"
No. I went to sleep at 10. No, I went to sleep at 2 with a 10. Woke up at 10 with a 2.
Woke up at 10 with a 2. More like a 1.5. But
Damn, that's how you calling yourself out here? You
Yeah.
saying you're a 1.5? Damn.
bro, I think it takes a half off when I have no kidneys,
Nah, man, but damn, don't call yourself a 1 out here, dog.
bro. You're
Nah.
like a 3. You good?
A 3 out of 10? I beg to differ, my man.
Oh man. Okay, now you want to beg the different.
Oh, man, but that was a crazy Lyft story. Both
Yo,
stories, but the
that-
second one was definitely crazier than the first one.
it was crazy because it was like once in a lifetime type shit that shit could happen. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have had one night stands when I was younger. I'm not gonna say like younger. I'm still young, but like my teens, I was a wild boy. I was chilling out, all the time. My
Yeah.
dad and my mom were working all the time, so I made my own decisions
Word.
day and night. You get me? So I had some wild experience. But now I'm older. I'm trying to settle down. I'm trying to not really settle down, but settle my life down. You get me? It doesn't have to be with a female. It could be by myself. You get me?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that.
Bro, I don't like how they trying to picture me out
He
here.
said, I don't need
It-
to settle down with a female,
I need to settle down
It's
by myself.
2019, man.
You know what I mean?
It's 2019.
Gender fluidity.
He non-binary.
LG.
Elmo's non-binary.
He's non-binary.
He's
right?
non-binary.
He's Q. He's
don't know.
LGBT.
He's it. He's
Q.
I'm the Q in LGBTQ.
Yo,
But-
man, aside from all that, man, like, fuck all that bullshit, man. That was a great experience, man. You gave her a ride, and she gave you a ride in return.
Bro, it was a good experience. I blessed that girl. She knew what she was doing. She knew what she wanted, bro. Fuck out of here. I ain't start nothing. You feel me? I ain't start nothing. I let it be. I just went with the flow. That was about it.
And with that, we actually, unfortunately, are out of time. So we will. I mean, you want to talk about the music?
I mean, it doesn't. People knows. Young Thug, So Much
Young
Fun
Thugs
came out.
was whack.
What?
Young
Nah,
Thug's
you see,
project was whack.
we're not
Quality
doing that right
control's
now.
whack.
We're not doing none of
We
that.
could talk about it on next week's show if we need to, but Young
We're-
Thug's project was whack.
No,
Probably not. Probably not.
no, we're not talking about it next week. We're not talking about it today. It wasn't whack.
It was
it's,
whack.
It's a certain
So, guys,
Just
You
he
just
likes.
said we're
you
not
can
talking about it
follow-
today.
you
You just said we're not talking about it today, but
Because he doesn't like the fact that I'm saying it's whack, and that's how we're going to sign
Quality
off.
control was whack.
But
I'm gonna
that's
tell
how
you
we're
that
going to
much.
sign off. You can follow me on Twitter at The Real Prank. You can follow this guy. Oh, whoa.
At Reckless Elmo.
Yeah.
Reckless Elmo. You understand? Follow my boy Speech the Menace.
Speech
You
the
already
Menace
know.
on
Follow
everything.
us on Previously on Today on
Yeah.
IG
Yeah.
and on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, you share, you like, you tell all your homies. We're live every Wednesday at 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. And that's it. We out. Peace.
POT.